All right, folks. So it's been a fucking hell of a day, right? I think we all know that. And it's fucking like what the fuck. Look, man, let's be real. All right, first of all, welcome to Keyboard Warriors Thursday night MMA hangouts. These are usually on Monday, but I guess MMA hangout. I keep changing the name, but it's one of those days you never saw coming, and you don't believe it when you hear it and see it, and I still don't. But real quick, so shout out to Daniel Rodriguez, by the way, homeboy sent me this. So here we go. This is Ellie Sekbak. If you guys don't know Ellie Sekbak, he started out. Everyone thought he was kind of a joke covering boxing. No, he's legit, and he covers everybody. He knows Nate Diaz and all that. So this is on Ellie Sekbak. It's I should probably put this on here. Oh fuck it, I don't have time right now. ELIESECKBACH on Instagram. Ellie Sekbak. This is what he reports. Okay. He's the guy. Ellie Sekbak's the guy that goes Ellie Sekbak reporting with that fucking like awkward ass smile. That's him. Anyway, all right. So this is what his post says. And this again to do with Nate Diaz and UFC 244, his whole thing. So okay, let me set the whole fucking thing now. I'm so unorganized right now about it because I'm still like trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. So he basically came out, and I'll read his post because I actually have it right here. I saw it like 2 minutes after he posted it, and I was like, this is a fucking joke, right? This is Nate Diaz's post on his Instagram story. It says, I'm not going to make it out to the NYC for fight week next week because they say I tested with elevated levels that they say might be from some tainted supplements. I call false on that because I only take whole food or natural food supplements. I don't even eat meat. So until UFC, USADA, whoever's fucking with me fixes it, I won't be competing. I'm not going to play their game and try and hide it or keep quiet as they suggested. I'm not going to have my name tinted as a cheater like these other motherfuckers who keep quiet until after the fight just so that they can get paid. Fucking cheaters. I don't give a fuck about some money over my dignity and my legacy. I'm not playing along with this bullshit. I'm not staying quiet and figuring it out after the fight. That's cheating. So fight game, I'll see you when I see you. Sincerely, the realest baddest motherfucker in the game. And at the very bottom on Instagram, you put, you're all on steroids. So that's how everyone found out about this shit, right? USADA didn't put it out there. USADA told him to be quiet. So, take it as you will. Here's Ellie Sekbak about 2 hours ago reporting. He says, Nate Diaz is cleared to fight next week, but he's not heading to New York at this point. This is what's going on. He was told on the phone that low levels, in parentheses, says nearly undetectable trace amounts, parentheses, of something were found in a USADA test and that the source was tainted supplements. Nate, who is a vegan and only takes natural supplements, he does not eat meat. Wants this matter cleared up before the fight. He is no cheat. You just can't accuse someone who's innocent of doing wrong and then tell him not to worry about it. Integrity is more important to Nate than a payday. So that's where we're at. He's clear to fight, but he's not going to go in there with like people shitting on his name. So that's where we're at. Okay. So according to Ellie Sekbak, Nate's not going to go in there until his name is cleared, which I understand. Okay, I totally get that. So anyway, again, welcome to the MMA or the Thursday night MMA Hangouts, part of the Keyboard Warriors show lineup. Go over through some of your comments here real quick. MMA got this hell of a day. Yep. ELC's beyond pissed. Skittle Beezy saying, so is Nate saying that he took himself out of the fight because you started talking bullshit, or did you start to take him out? USADA did not take him out. There has been no official announcement from USADA, and I'll check that right now to make sure. But there has been no official assignment or announcement from USADA or the UFC. So go into the USADA Twitter, because they actually fucking do their Twitter shit way. They haven't tweeted shit in 5 hours, and we've known about this for a little under that actually. So yeah, they didn't say shit. All right, so MMA guys sent me this on DM on Twitter. Appreciate it, man. Hold on, let me take this off. So USADA has conducted roughly 13,000 tests. This is from Josh Gross, by the way. And Josh Gross, if you guys don't know, senior writer. He's I think Athletic MMA. He used to be on a couple of the spots, but I know he's Athletic MMA because I actually read his shit on there. But he tweets out, here it is. USADA has conducted roughly 13,000 tests under the UFC anti-doping program. Around 100 fighters have tested positive. Half were related to tainted supplements, according to Jeff Savitsky, the Golden Snitch. The UFC plans to unveil an updated policy addressing the issue within the next few weeks. So this, I don't know. USADA fucked this whole thing up, honestly. So I don't know. It's fucking retarded. So continuing here with some of the things. So yeah, again, Nate hasn't technically pulled himself out. He just said he ain't gonna fight. And if you I guess fill in the blanks with Ellie Seckbach's reporting, it's because he doesn't want to go in there with his name all tainted, for lack of a better word. That's what it looks like. Brandon says, I bought a ticket for the fight at about $600 from Ticketmaster, and about a minute or two after telling a friend, he told me Nick pulled out. You talking about Nate? Or are you talking about 235 when Nick was supposed to fight? I fucking forgot who, but he's supposed to fight somebody and he pulled out. If you're talking about Nick, then yeah. But $600 is ridiculous. Let's see. Just saw a UFC report. A report UFC. Oh yeah. Out of 100 positive tests, half have been because of tainted supplements. It's ridiculous. And yeah, Brandon, I will request a refund, especially if he absolutely doesn't show up. But yeah, you're talking about Nate. Okay, so you're talking about Nate. I told him to be quiet, get his millions. They sort it out later. But Nate's no cheating. That's not who he is. Exactly. So he's not gonna play that bullshit. So if you know, the last time we saw this happen, where a fighter basically came out and said, "No, fuck all that. I'm not gonna be quiet. This was going on." Is Sean O'Malley? Because remember, Sugar Shane O'Malley, Sean O'Malley. Well, I don't know what that's Shane. Oh, well, obviously, but Sugar Sean O'Malley, he came out and said that he's like, hey, look, they told me I'd say shit, but I'm not gonna wait for them to announce it. I popped. Sorry, I apologize. Tainted supplement, whatever. So he's not Nate's not the first one. He's not gonna be the last one, really. I will pay around 200 to 300 if Edwards step in. Will not pay Diaz price for Masvidal versus Edwards. I won't pay anything. That's the fight I wanted to see. I was gonna pay to see the BMF fight, and obviously, I wasn't gonna fly out to New York. I'm in the West Coast, man. Ain't gonna happen. But I was actually gonna buy the pay-per-view because I don't want any kind of scramble bullshit or anything. Not anymore. If Edwards steps in, if it's Edwards Masvidal, I don't care, honestly. And I'm just being honest. And nothing against Leon Edwards, but I don't care. Straight up. Not about that one anyway. Poirier came out on video and told Nate, fuck you. First of all, I saw the video. All right, this motherfucker was Dustin Poirier, and I love Dustin Poirier. But dude's coming off of surgery. Probably someone said, hey, man, Nate popped. What? Fuck you. Like, that's what we had. So, anyway. Masvidal say he knows Nate's clean. Yeah, everyone knows Nate. Okay, most people don't feel like, believe he's clean. But if the guy he's fighting says he's clean, you know what I mean? But the problem is when you come out and say this shit, and look, again, keep in mind, Nate is the one that put this out there. He didn't have to say shit. He didn't have to say a word about this shit, and he did. Okay, so chill. I mean, guys, Nate has too much pride. He won't unless someone comes out and says they were wrong. Oh, if he should, yeah. Look, I get that feeling. I've actually talked to quite a few people that said that he's been, he should just fight instead of coming out and saying shit. He should just fight. I get what he's saying. He's made his millions. You guys, okay, if you guys think making 13 million and whatever millions he made on the second fight against Conor, that he made that money and then just splurged it away, you're out of your fucking minds. This guy is frugal as fuck. You don't just stay in Stockton, you know what I mean, and spend millions in Stockton. That doesn't happen. You know what I mean? You got it, but I better believe that this dude has companies and shit like that, his businesses and all that. He's smart. He's gonna save his money. He did not spend it. He's not broke. He doesn't need this money. He's doing this because he wants to. You've heard him say before. He's like, I don't love fighting. I do it because I'm good at it. And Nick said the same thing too. But Nate goes, I fight, and then I'm out for a while, and it's like, it comes back, and I need to fight again. I'm stuck in the game. He said that shit before. Nate saying the taste supplement story is BS. There's nothing. I agree with him because if he takes natural food supplements, that's one thing. The one thing is the Whole Foods. And if you guys ever check out a Nick or a Nate Diaz Instagram story, a lot of the time, come fight week especially, it's a Whole Foods bonanza. Like, it literally at Whole Foods. Like, if something happened that's possibly tainted, it might be from there, whatever it was, because they don't control that shit, right? So yeah. Do you think it's a bad idea to have all fighters get supplements or whatever from the PI and the PI only? I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it's an expensive ass fucking idea for the fighters, mind you. Okay, unless if the UFC is gonna go and be like, look, man, we're gonna supply all your shit. Here's all your supplements. Just order it and you get it for free. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm in. Do it. The company can afford that, but they won't. I don't think so. But I agree. I mean, if they do that, I mean, I think they're working on that. Actually, I want to say I saw on a JRE or something that they were working on that. Brandon says I am from India and only bought the tickets, no hotel. I'm gonna drive, so with refund, no loss on my end. Exactly. Look, man, I'm with you. If when then I mean, go check the policy over the tickets you bought. There's always a fine print on that shit. But I'm pretty sure you have a certain amount of time before I think. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've never had to request a refund for anything, but from Ticketmaster. But I'm pretty sure you can. I just make sure there's no like time limit, right? But shit, if in the next few days, if you got that time limit, whatever, and in the next few days it's confirmed that he's out, I'm with you. Request a refund, stay home, watch it on TV. Let's see. They have to take the BMF belt off the table if Leon steps in. 100%. It's not a BMF. Why? 100%. You think The Rock wants to put the belt around Leon Edwards? Again, nothing against Leon Edwards. I'm not a fan, but nothing against him. I would love to see him against Masvidal later on, or if it was before this fight, especially after the shit that went down in the back with them. May said there was no subprime issues cleaning the story. I agree. Nick came up with the idea, so you should take it off the table. I agree. I wanted to tweet, fight has not been canceled at this time. They're looking into it. Yeah, it's developing stories, basically how it goes. It's very fluid situation. No one knows anything. The UFC don't want that because they'd be liable, but I like the idea. Right. If okay, let's say everyone gets on PI supplements, right? UFC, creatine, and fucking protein, whatever else. Use your whey protein, UFC and shit. If someone pops off of that or gets sick or something like that, bro. So but I'm pretty sure they're working on it. I'm pretty sure they are. So doesn't USADA already put a list of clean supplements by company? Right. Supplements can be clean, but if they're made in the same factory as something that's not legal, it can be tainted. That's where the tainted comes from. So it's all kinds of fucked up. The part that bugs me the most, I think, is them telling Nate to not say shit. Because that tells me a couple things. First of all, they know there's a lot of money in this fight. A lot of it, right? So that's one thing. So they don't want to lose the fight. Nobody wants to lose the fight. This is the reason we're having 244, really. It's for that fight. They were looking for a title fight for it, and then ideas were flying everywhere, but they didn't have anything great. Jorge Masvidal, the flying knee knockout of Askren. Nate Diaz, the win off of over Anthony Pettis. Nate Diaz calls out Jorge Masvidal and says, let's see here. Oh boy, Kamaru. No. I'll read this in a second. But then Nate Diaz calls out Masvidal, and the fight makes itself. It was perfect. So it's him. It's absolutely fucking Nate's belt. Honestly, it's his idea. You know what I mean? You can see everyone else is like, I'm a bad motherfucker. I should be fighting for the belt. I'm a BMF. I should be like, no, dog. You just pissed. You didn't come up with the idea first. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Daniel Rodriguez just sent me this shit. My boy Daniel just sent. Usman called to fight. He just sent me this on Messenger. And it's Jorge Masvidal. Oh, first of all, it's Kamaru Usman tweeting out, "I'll fight in November and December. That's what a bad motherfucker does. Now come see me. Hashtag the champ. Hashtag MSG. Dana White. For some reason, he tagged Dana White twice. And then Ali Abdelaziz, which no one cares about. Here's the best part. Jorge Masvidal sees it, retweets it, and he retweets it saying this: "Shut the fuck up. You wouldn't fight me with 7 weeks notice. You're not fighting me on 10 days notice. Cloutchaser.com. Hashtag super necessary." Boy. Do you see this making the UFC nervous about making any more pay-per-views with no title fights as the main event? No, they don't want it. Honestly, the reason that there's ever belts on a pay-per-view is because of Endeavor. You guys remember, I want to say that the very last, and correct me if I'm wrong, the very last main event on a pay-per-view that was not a title fight, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, UFC 183, Anderson Silva against Nick Diaz at 185 pounds. Pretty sure it was the last one. There might be another one that I can't remember. I take it back. 196. Nate Diaz against Conor McGregor. But remember, but again, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't remember a lot of this shit off the top of my head. So, this whole situation sucks. I saw that, like, like I said, I was fucking around on Instagram, waiting to go to the gym, and I was scrolling through Instagram, whatever, and I see Nate has a story on, so I'm like, all right, let's check it out. I see it and read it, and I'm like, there's no way I just read that right. So I reread it out loud. My girlfriend sat next to me, and she goes, "What the fuck are we talking about here?" And I was like, I don't even know what I just read. And immediately, because I'm a Nate fan, I mean, right? Because I'm a Nate fan, I started getting the tweets immediately, and like the tweets, the direct tweets, or the DMs, and all that. What about your boys fucking talking shit about steroids? And I'm seeing Dustin Poirier talking shit and all that stuff. You couldn't goddamn well know that there's a few names that wouldn't pop for PEDs. Okay. Nick popped for weed. That's not a PED. Argue with me about it if you want to, but it's not a PED. But that's for another time. Nate Diaz, obviously. Demetrius Johnson. I honestly look. I'll be honest. If Conor McGregor popped for PEDs by USADA, I would be surprised. If he popped for cocaine, or fucking whatever other crazy drug, I'd be like, yeah, of course, yeah, I get it, yeah, sure. But if he popped for like PEDs or elevated levels or whatever the fuck, I would honestly be surprised if Conor McGregor did. For real, that's just real talk. Okay, but Nick Diaz, not for PEDs. Again, and everyone mixes up Nick and Nate. Everyone thinks Nate popped for weed. He did not. He did fucking not. Y'all need to chill out. Okay. And so I got sent this right here from MMA Gods. It's Ariel Helwani, and I honestly I can't stand that dude, but I gotta hand it to him. He pushed it out pretty quick. According to a source close, this is Ariel Helwani on Twitter. According to a source close to the situation, Nate Diaz has not been provisionally suspended at this time. There is increased optimism this fight won't be canceled after all. However, hurdles still remain developing. Well, the hurdles being that Nate fucking put this out already. That's honestly what it is. You know what I mean? Straight up. This is a tweet from Jorge Masvidal saying, "You're one of the cleanest mofos. Nate Diaz 209. I'll see you November 2nd. I know your name is clean. I don't need USA anti-doping to tell me shit." Right. Agreed. 100%. You're right. I don't know these dudes. I'm going off basically their fuck, I'm out of it right now. I'm going off their history. Nate Diaz 12 years, how many ever years it's been that he's been in the UFC, longer that he's been fighting, never pop hot, never pulled out of a fight due to injury. He just goes in there. So come on, fellas. I'm going off of his record, but you're right. I don't know them enough. Like, I don't know them personally to be like, of course he fucking didn't, because who knows? I will say I don't believe he would ever do that on purpose. Nate's, supplements, sure. I get that. Holy shit. I can't tell if it was a chore or not, but 2 minutes ago, apparently Dillashaw tweeted out, "Clean juice is spreading nationwide, and SoCal is next. Interested in joining the only USDA organic franchise? Reach out to us at SoCal Clean Juice." Oh, TJ, not the right time to do this. Anyway, all right, let's see what else there is. What's the legality behind Nate pulling out if he's not suspended? He's under contract. Look, no one can force you to fight. You can pull out for whatever reason. Honestly, you can't just pull out. You gotta piss off the UFC for sure. You're gonna piss off the UFC for sure, and you don't get paid basically, and you piss off the fan base. Let's be real. So yeah, man. Fuck, hold up. I'm getting people sending me shit left and right here. Most of it's not you guys, it's just people sending me the same fucking thing over and over again. Oh boy. By the way, and I see this right here. I'm broken says Bilal Muhammad is one of the best fighter followers. 100%. He tweeted out 4 hours ago. You saw it. It's all good. False alarm. That was Nick's failed test, not Nate. What if that was true? Oh, my bad. Wrong Diaz. These motherfuckers. Y'all better. Oh, fuck. I didn't see this one. Whoa. What the fuck? Y'all see here about Walt Harris' daughter? Holy shit. Dude, I didn't know his daughter was missing. That's fucking insane. In Auburn. The big ticket 205 on Instagram. Go follow that, and if you guys could repost that shit, that'd be great. Because I don't know anybody in Auburn, but it says please help. Any information, please message me on here or call the Auburn police. Puts a phone number on 334-501-3140. The Bolo is a black 2017 Honda CRV. Tag is 49BS356. My daughter's name is Ania. Please share this. Holy shit. Yo, that's fucked. Hopefully they find her for real. Anyway, wow, sorry, that tripped me the fuck out. I didn't that tripped me out. Sorry, folks. I hate seeing shit like that, and like that's just pain getting put out there like that. And I fucking hope they find her. All right, back to the Nate thing. How close is the UFC wait to see if he fights though? They have a little time as it is to replace it or cancel it. UFC's got to call him and be like, hey, look, man, we need you to fight. We'll figure this out later. But yeah. Sounds like it's going where it's admitting you said it's a joke. Look, you got to. If you guys look, I know a lot of people don't like Luke Thomas. I don't mind Luke Thomas. But okay, no, I don't mind Luke Thomas. Not that I don't like him. A lot of people don't like him. I don't mind him. He's all right. Sometimes he's way off. Like, he can't take a fucking criticism for shit. He can't take it if someone disagrees with his point. Fair enough. All right. And he just blocks him. Okay. So, but he's been saying this forever. Like, do you guys really want USADA in here fucking shit up? Off of tainted supplements. If someone, they go tainted supplements. All right. But if someone legit fucking cheats, yeah. But tainted supplements? Half your fucking cases are tainted supplements, man. The fuck are we? Trace amounts that would not even help you in a fight. What the actual fuck? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's fucking ridiculous. But the UFC's regretting this whole BMF title idea. I don't think they're regretting it. I think they were just like, well, fuck. You know what I mean? I think it's more of a like, God damn it, instead of like a fuck, and we shouldn't have done that shit type of reaction. How pissed do you think Dana is right now? Oh, yeah, of course he's pissed. By the way, here's something I saw from Kevin Iole, who, if you guys don't know, I think he still writes for Yahoo. He kept texting Dana White. And Dana White wouldn't get back to him. And apparently Dana White finally got back to him. He goes, hey, man, sorry. He goes, hey, my bad. I was at dinner with the president of the United States, I'm assuming. Excuse me. TJ is an insta-thought troll, 100%. I don't think he was trolling, though. I think he was just fucking bad timing. Have you seen the commercial TJ did with Wonder Boy? They took him out. Nah, I honestly don't watch TV very much, but I'm not surprised. TJ's not that bright. Yep. Oh yeah, Blumhouse is a great follow for real. Hope she just ran away or something not sinister. Yeah, dude. Walt Harris' daughter, dude. I'm hoping. Please, I beg you, don't cite Luke Thomas. I'm not citing Luke Thomas. I'm just telling you guys what he's been saying for a long ass time. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of citing Luke Thomas. My bad. You know what I'm saying. But he's been saying that for a very long time. He's not very many people have been doing that. So here we go. If Nate is out, they should upgrade Kelvin and Jorge at a catch weight, replace Mexican for Mexican. Plus, Kelvin is managed by Ali and Jorge is managed by Makikawa. Extra level of drama and beef. I'm not against that. Except it would have to be like a 180 catch weight, 185 catch. 185 I had to be at that point. I don't think Kelvin can make 185 in fucking 10 days, honestly. Or whatever days we got left. I think it's 10 days. Yeah, 10 days. 9 days, 10 days, whatever. I don't think there's enough time to do that. And Jorge's already probably down in like the 180s, probably. But allegedly the plan is Leon Edwards if Nate can't go. And I don't care to see Leon Edwards and Masvidal. Not for that, not in the main event. And believe me, it won't be the main event. Like, if that fight drops out, there's no way that leave Leon Edwards and Masvidal as a main event. It'll probably be Gastelum Till as the main event, and the co-main will be Edwards and Masvidal. But yeah, I've seen shit online on Twitter and everything. Like, for example, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how we got the three piece in the storyline. If you guys remember, I forgot. I think it was after Masvidal beat Till, and then Masvidal's in the back, and Edwards I think he just fought, and Masvidal was doing an interview, and here comes fucking Leon Edwards talking all his shit. Masvidal goes out over there with his arms behind his back. By the way, if you ever see Masvidal with his arms behind his back and he's coming towards you and he doesn't look happy, leave. immediately because he threw the three pieces in the soda at him and hit him. That's how you got that storyline. That's why they hate each other. But it died off a little bit because honestly, no one really cares. Not no one. Leon Edwards is not. I don't know why. I don't know why the fight didn't happen. To me, that doesn't sound exciting to me. Not yet. Okay, not for a pay-per-view, honestly. No Nate, no BMF in the story. 100%. I agree with that. Oh, this motherfucker. Let Amanda Nunes step in. Nah, dog. They're friends, though. If there was more time, they could have moved Kobe versus Usman. That one's 245. Yeah, they could have. They really could have. I think you can move Amanda. With Amanda and GDR is at 135. I don't want to do it to Amanda. There's one more fight on that. One more title fight on that one. What is it? Fuck me, I'll find out. Hang on. It'll be easy to find out. Holloway, dude, none of these people can make weight in 10 days. I don't think. The one guy that'll try it, or the one fight that you could say would try it was Max Holloway and Volkanovski. Those guys would try to make 155 or 145 for sure. I refuse to watch Covington. You know what? I don't. Okay, and maybe people won't like this, but some people will. Ooh, there's certain fights where I'm like, man, can we just give them both L's? That's one of them. Just both L's, vacate the belt, start over. Just hit reset on that 170s division. They won't, then it's dumb. 3 rounds, Kevin versus Till is not pay-per-view worthy. They don't have enough time to make that a 5-round fight. Oh, it won't be a 5-round fight. It won't. Okay, I knew this was coming, and I was actually going to bring this up. Hold on a second. Oh, shit, that's right. Masvidal with his arms behind his back is godlike. Hey, arms behind his back, a little bit to the left, woo, or to the right, woo, boom, knee to the face. Max Alexander. I'm telling you, those guys would actually try to make weight. I don't know if they'll do it. Max fucking nearly killed himself trying to make weight to fight Khabib. Okay, and they wouldn't let him continue cutting. Thanks a lot, New York. Here's what I've been waiting for. Only person that can save his card in 7 days is Conor McGregor, as much as I hate to say it. Okay. I will tell you this right now. If they make that fight, Conor's getting fucked up. Not fucked up like he's going to get knocked out in the first round. But believe me, by the time they get to the second, third round, with no camp for a guy like Jorge Masvidal, I think Conor gets knocked the fuck out. And like the 4th, 5th round. For real. That's just me being honest about what I feel. If you gave him somebody like, for example, I saw a Cowboys post. It was like a beer and Proper 12 together. Like, how about it? You bring both of those guys, no camps, make the fight at 175, 170, whatever either one can get to. You throw that on there, I could see that happening. It won't be for the BMF belt. It'll just be a fucking fun fight. And I've been waiting for fucking Cowboy and Conor McGregor to fight. So, look, give him Cowboy, give him Gaethje, either one. But it's gonna be fucking last second, all kind of crazy. Yes, he goes, no, Conor. He's no bad motherfucker. Right. I feel you on that one. I feel you. It's all good. I've heard a peep from Conor. He called both guys out today. What the fuck? No, I think he's just bluffing. Okay, so I know he's been tweeting because people have been sending me the tweets for whatever fucking reason. Because apparently anytime that Conor McGregor tweets about Nate, for some reason people send it to me like, here, see, fuck you. And I'm like, I didn't say shit about Conor. But he did tweet some shit out that people sent me, and it looks like he might have deleted it. He might have deleted it. I think he deleted it, but I know I saw it. That's weird. It was like he named he named like a fucking where he named, it was like Jake, Gil, Nate, and then he named a bunch of Khabib's people. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but okay. Conor was afraid of Dustin Poirier. I don't know if he's afraid of him. I'm here to beat him once. Maybe at 155 is a tougher fight, but I wouldn't say afraid. Conor 170 doesn't make sense besides that one-off versus Nate, right? Jorge would put it on him. He's not fighting a killer like Masvidal. Yeah. Conor's confident shot. He called out Frankie Edgar. Well, to be fair, Frankie Edgar called him out too. So I get it, but to be like, yeah, let me fight, the guy that's clearly on his way out. That'd be the fight to do it. Look, if I'm Conor McGregor and I want to come back and I don't want to go right into a Gaethje fight, I call out Frankie Edgar, who just called me out already, to make that fight. I think they would. And honestly, I think that's a very possible fight. I hope it's the Gaethje fight. I don't want to see him against Frankie whatsoever. I want to see Conor Gaethje. I really do. And if it make Edgar, then fine. Let's say Conor. I think it'll be a tougher fight than people believe, but I think Conor still wins it somehow. And then Conor could be like, "Oh, give me the title shot now, because I'm fucking Conor." Let's see. I don't think they put Conor in. It'll be Edwards as much as we don't want that. Yeah, Edwards got paid to be in camp for this, so it will be him. It won't be Conor. Joined from the streets of LA. What's up, man?
The streets of LA. What? What's going on, buddy? No, I'm home today.
Oh shit! All right. Are we gonna get to see your face, or you're just like eating? Oh, there you are. Oh, look at him. That's Jesse. Jesse Rakawa joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going off through a few more comments, and then we'll get into it. They will have to clean Conor off the canvas with a mop and a sponge if the Maswell is done with him. It won't be good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So let me just get through some more comments. All right. So let's talk about it, man. No way they're canceling this card because the one fight's still stacked. Oh, this card's still fucking insane. The refunds will be ridiculous though. Yeah. They can't cancel MSG cards. There's way too much money riding on this already. I agree. I could also see him cancel this event if the fight. Yeah, no, I don't think so. This is not John Jones needed to move to California. Oh, did he move to California, or he moved out of the California because they wouldn't like
California. They were in Vegas and then they shipped everybody over to California.
Right, you were there. You were going to that, weren't you?
No.
Who was going to that I fucking know? I know somebody that got pissed as fuck. Anyway, all right. So let's just take him to the top here.
All Hello, everybody. I see everybody in the comments there.
There you go. So, all right, I'm gonna read to you Nate's statement, and then I'm gonna read to you what Eddie Seckbach just reported a couple hours ago. Okay.
Did you see Ariel's?
I saw Ariel's shit too.
Like a few minutes ago.
Right. Where he said that the fight's not off yet.
Yeah. Okay.
So, have you read Nate's statement?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know that one. All right, cool. Let me just read you what Eddie Seckbach said because it kind of helps on that, or it clears it up a little bit. All right. Eddie Seckbach on Twitter, or on Instagram, you know who this guy is. He says, Nate is clear to fight next week, but he's not heading to New York at this point. This is what's going on. He was told on the phone that low levels, nearly undetectable trace amounts of something was found in a USADA test that the source and that the source was tainted supplements. Nate, who is a vegan and only takes natural supplements, he does not eat meat, obviously, wants this matter cleared up before the fight. He is no cheat. You just can't accuse someone who's innocent of doing wrong and then tell him not to worry about it. Integrity is more important to Nate than a payday. So that's Eddie Seckbach, basically, and he actually talks to, he's in the camp every once in a while. He reports with them, he hangs out with them and shit. So he's one of those guys that I'd be like, okay, he might actually have a source on this shit,
right?
So yeah, you can't accuse someone like that. But and I'll read Ariel's tweet again because I know I got it sent to me by MMA Gods. He says, according to a source, and tell me if this is the right one we're talking about. According to a source close to the situation, Nate has not been provisionally suspended at this time. Mm-hmm. There is increased optimism this fight won't be canceled after all. However, hurdles still remain developing. And then 15 minutes ago, he tweeted, if you read Diaz's statement, which I have now, I think 100 times, there is something rather endearing about it. He has always been anti-PED, doesn't feel comfortable with any suggestion whatsoever that he's a cheater. There's a chance until this is clear he may sit out too. So it's from what everyone's gathering and for everything's been said and posted and reported and all that, it just sounds like, that like he just doesn't want to be labeled a cheater at all. So he'd rather not fight.
Not just that, I think also, I forgot who posted it. They were saying that if you look at what he's saying, it kind of seems like somebody told him like, look, we're not gonna do anything until after the fight. So just kind of like keep it hush hush until after the fight, and then we'll figure it out. Now, as well as I think everybody else knows that Nate Diaz is about as real as you can get. Like there ain't no getting realer than that guy. So the fact that somebody comes to him and tries to tell him like, hey, just keep it on the low down, like we'll figure this out. Mm-hmm. It's not going to work with him. And so I think the situation that we're finding ourselves in is that I think it might have even been Luke Thomas that was saying that, this brings up a big situation on how many fights have gone through where people know that they're going to pop, yet USADA, the UFC, whoever's involved goes, we'll just kind of put it on the rug for a little bit and then we'll figure it out after the fight. So, and the worst thing is that, like, as you mentioned, one of the cleanest dudes out there, vegan, for the, so it's like already you already have an uphill battle about what he's taking.
Right.
He's not going to take anything that's, right off the shelf of GNC or whatever. He's not going to be eating, some Mexican meat. He's not eating horse meat, like none of those things that would normally cause one of these problems to happen. So like it's just weird, and I think I even saw John Jones, come to his
Oh
aid
boy.
and say, I know how it feels, blah, blah, blah. Take it how you want. But like, at least the guy is correct in saying that, he's
Right.
been through it. He knows what it's going to take to get past it. And it's just a bad situation right now.
The problem too is that we got 10 days, something like that, till the event, and getting your name cleared by USADA takes years. How many times have we seen some shit where I mean, we've seen a couple times them come out like, okay, they're cleared, they're cleared, and they don't say we're wrong, we apologize, but they're cleared like 2 fucking years later, and they don't pay back that fucking fighter at all. They lost that time.
Well, what was it? Who was it? The War Master. What's his name? Barnett.
Barnett,
Josh Barnett.
Josh Barnett.
Yeah, Luke is the tall idiot guy that got kicked out
In
of
Italy.
UFC. Yeah. Josh Barnett. Remember what he did was he literally kept a sample of everything he took, labeled everything, had all the paperwork you could think of.
Yeah.
And he still went through litigation, and it still took him, what was it, like 2.5 years,
It
3
took
years for them
fucking years
to clear everything up. He went through what was it, arbitration and everything, and he had crossed every T, dotted every I, and it still took him that long to figure it out. So it's one of those things where you kind of want to say he should have just played ball so we could have this fight happen. But it's also great that we're finding out that there's some shadiness happening here. We all kind of knew that there was something not so good with USADA, but now if this is a situation where they're having people cover up stuff and then waiting for the fight to happen, especially if it's a big fight, and then after the fact we'll figure it out, then we definitely have a bigger problem. And I think this is going to be one of those like, you could almost say like a scandal where it's going to be big repercussions, right? Because it's like, why are you, if you're supposed to be an independent company, you're not supposed to be doing stuff like, hey, like we'll talk about it after the fight, like we'll just let it go. And like you can't have this stuff happen. So I think it's going to be major ramifications if in fact that's kind of the situation. If it's not, still, like, I mean, they gotta figure something out, because I mean, for a guy like him to get popped doesn't seem right.
Right. And as soon as he came, and first of all, again, keep in mind, nothing official has been said by anybody. What's up?
Nah, MMA gods.
All right, give me a second. I gotta catch up in the comments real quick. But no official anything has been said.
Right.
What the fuck? See, Uncle Hank, hold up. Don't let Connor take your back. He's been working his special moves lately.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
Gonna invest in the oil change business. There you go. Nate jumped the gun, so the fight with Nate ain't happening. I think it's very possible, Unbroken, that it ain't happening. So who knows? Vitor versus Jones is a prime example how these accidents get swept under the rug. There you go. Unbroken says, "What if he got his weed lace? That'd be some dark shit, because that dude's pretty fucking careful." You know what I mean?
No, like what are you gonna put in his weed that's gonna?
Yeah, how are you gonna put? Yeah, I don't know. No,
recreational
he didn't put
stuff.
Out, right, he didn't put out this. He just said elevated levels, and we don't know what. I'm assuming it's testosterone, but
right.
He didn't jump the guy. He's not gonna hush up the BS until after the fight because he knows he's clean. Right, I get what he's saying. Like, it's. I don't want to go in there with people even doubting me even a little bit, because he's worked fucking hard to fucking for that rep, for his rep. You know what I mean? Here we go. Could be tap water. The final comes of pharmaceuticals and tap water. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I'd
what
love
I
to
was
see
saying.
what the fuck's going on. That's what you're saying?
No, it's definitely not something like that. I mean, I think you'll see the last comment I read was, if they have a B sample, they can test it. Yeah, that's basically what they're going to have to do now, and they're probably in the process of doing that right now, which is why they haven't officially suspended him or done anything. Right. Like it could be a false positive, all that stuff. But again, the fact that they went to Nate Diaz and tried to like inform him and then kind of go, let's just talk after the fight.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that was a mistake. Like what they should be doing, and they should have done, is just kind of kept it to themselves until they tested the B sample. Once everything was, positive, and it's positive, and it like he popped for something, then you go, talk to the UFC. The UFC does their thing, statements and all that stuff. But the fact that they tried to hush hush with Nate Diaz is just not gonna work.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna tell that guy to shut up. They always try. They always try to shut him up. He don't do it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, big mistake. B sample, the B sample comes back clean. USADA admits oops, fights on. USADA's never gonna admit oops.
Yeah, no.
They're
The
never.
the most they'll say is that, oh, it was a false positive. That's it.
Okay. Let's go to that. Let's say it is a false positive. Like
Mm-hmm.
for a while, I mean, it's been quiet for a while, right? No one's really gotten popped. Like no big names have gotten popped recently, really, that I could think of.
David Branch was the last guy.
Yeah, but he's not a huge name.
Oh, ouch. Okay.
I'll say that shit. I ain't want to hear his name anyway. Look, man, it's like I'm fucking champ for PFL or World Series. I literally sat here going, okay, cool story, bro. I like seeing him fight. No, don't get me wrong. I love saying why I watch anybody fight, but David Branch is actually fun to fight. A fun fight, but like so the fuck down here. But before that, I mean, nobody really like in a while, other than TJ and TJ Dillashaw got popped. Like goddamn, but he got popped hard though. That wasn't no tainted. That wasn't elevated levels. Like okay, so what do you think about this thing with? I mean, I forgot. I think it was Josh Gross that tweeted it out that out of so I can pull shit up so we have it right. Josh Gross, who is he wrestles with the Athletic. It's he says
and he's one of the most UFC banned and hated journalists out there. So if you don't know, he's not even allowed to attend any events. Basically, I don't think he can even buy a ticket. Right? Like the last thing I heard, he couldn't even buy a ticket.
Yeah, Dan, I don't like him at all. But he tweeted out, USADA has conducted roughly 13,000 tests under the UFC anti-doping program. Around 100 fighters have tested positive. Half were related to tainted supplements, according to Jeff Nowitzki. The UFC plans to unveil an updated policy addressing the issue within the next few weeks. Well, you got 10 days, motherfuckers. Figure that out. But tainted supplements, we're talking trace levels that won't fucking help you do shit, right?
Like, yeah, but you're also talking about like you get something from like, I don't know, like a GNC or maybe like, it doesn't even have to be like that, but it's just anything that you get from a store. And I think Joe Rogan has talked about it before, how like, you get these places that are supposed to mix, your batch, and they don't clean their stuff correctly. And maybe they mixed up something, previously that had a steroid, had this, had that, and it mixes into the batch that they are making for you, and then it becomes a tainted supplement. So, I mean, the big thing is that you're supposed to get those some kind of certified products, basically, which means that they are, strictly under certain guidelines. They clean everything, they're like tested and everything, and they're made sure that nothing's tainted. Those are the supplements you're supposed to get. There's some sort of certification that they get, but even then, like, this stuff still slips up, so and if I remember correctly, I think the UFC was trying to work a deal where they had their own supplements that was certified and everything, that they would basically give the fighters to use. But I think they realized that the reason that they wouldn't do that, it would probably be a good idea, but it could also be a bad idea in case someone still pops using their products, and it turns out that it was a tainted supplement as well. Like, I mean,
that got brought up earlier.
Yeah, there's so many just bad issues with that. I mean, there's no way you could 100% be for sure that something's not going to get tainted somehow. Like, there's always that possibility. So, but I mean, again, Nate Diaz is a guy that eats clean, lives healthy. Probably, like, I don't know, a lot of fighters have said that. Like, why do you even use supplements, right? Like, you don't really need to. Like, it's just weird, right? It's just weird that he would be using any kind of supplement. Like, I mean, he leads a pretty healthy life. Doesn't seem like he would need it, but it is what it is at this point, I guess.
Right. TJ was in some real shit. He should have got 4 years. Like gas using dick pills. Yeah. There are companies in USADA that list certified products, and Nate is very careful. That's why he's saying no way. Like, again, it's about right now. It's about his reputation and his legacy and everything, right? Like, he refuses to go down as any kind of like cheater. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just refuses to get his name dragged to the mud like that, and for any reason.
And again, I don't know if you've talked about this already, but for the Diaz brothers, like legacy and name is more important than anything else. Like winning the
Absolutely.
championship, that's great. Being famous, having money, that's all good and great. But like their name means something to them. So people associating them being a cheater with their name just isn't gonna fly.
Right. No, I'm bottom line, I'm hoping you're right and it's like a false positive. I don't even care if USADA says that shit and they're actually wrong and fucked up and they just Bethesda B sample goes, oh, it was a false positive, and they walk away without apologizing, right? Uh I just want to see the fight, man. I really don't give a fuck what Farson says, hoping it stays that pay-per-view is a one card event. A one fight event?
Hmm,
The
I don't
fight
think so.
that card's packed. I mean, the co-main is Kelvin Gastelum, Darren Till, and then we got Stephen Thompson and Vicente Luque. I think those three fights are solid. And then we get to see Kevin Lee fuck up against Gregor Gillespie, which is gonna be
Yeah,
fun. But
ELC saying, yeah, like who knows? You know what? Like even if he like there are things that you can take over the counter, kind of like what is it, like fish oil.
mhm,
There are things you can supplement like that way, not like supplements like creatine or like
right.
explode or any one of those like crazy things for workouts and stuff. Like a lot of vegan people understand that there's a lot of things that you don't get like in foods that
Mhm,
you're supposed to get like in meat and stuff,
yeah.
so they supplement with like things that to make sure that they're getting all the vitamins and stuff in your body. So yeah, again, like Diaz is a pretty smart guy. The Diaz brothers, they're pretty legit on their diet and stuff. So I think that they would know, to be as optimized as possible, that they would have to give
Mhm,
themselves like those extra vitamins, that they're missing out on. That way their body is just not, starving for
right.
certain things.
Peligroso says when you train 2 to 3 times a day for hours at a time on top of strength and conditioning, supplements are necessary for recovery. 100%. No, I don't think anybody, I look, it's not realistic for a guy who's, what is he, 33, 32, something like that, maybe
Mm.
older. A guy like that to train 2 to 3 times a day, like he can get on that shit, and train, but after a while, it wears on your body. You're right. He takes supplements, but as he said, it's like natural food supplements. You can get that kind of stuff. It just it would it all depends. I don't know. It's just weird. If there's a tainted supplement in there, you need to figure out what it is and where it came from.
No.
But it's just hard. Like a lot of people were happy to see it. They were just like, "Oh fuck yeah!" Especially the Connor stands. Fair enough. Like I get it. And I don't
Yeah.
care honestly. I
How
don't.
many of those people were like, oh, he was on something when he beat Connor? Like, oh my
Oh no,
God.
that came out already. That already got. I already saw that tweet, and I was like, "Nope, not touching that one. You guys know better." But but no, but I saw that shit immediately, and I'm like, "Oh come on, y'all! Like really?" Like this is the one dude. This is one of the few guys. And again, they always mix up Nick and Nate. So one dude was just like, "Heard it's just a positive for weed," and I'm like, "When the fuck did that happen for Nate? You're out of
Look,
your mind."
switching my diet recently to be like kind of living that lifestyle of like trying to be vegan and stuff.
Yeah,
You can tell the difference on like some of the stuff that you're missing in your diet and stuff.
yeah,
So I could see how the Diaz brothers, especially Nate, like you're saying, like the hard workouts and stuff, your recovery is just not going to be the same unless you're like supplementing and stuff with, certain
hmm
things that your body just usually gets from, meat products. But
right,
again, it's not that you need to eat the meat, you could supplement. And of course, I think he's probably doing as best as he can.
right,
Again, but the problem becomes that any one of these products could just be, sprayed or just mixed wrong or just
yeah.
something stupid like that. Yeah.
Oh boy, ELC is like, "Oh my god, you're saying I might have to quit Twitter and UFC." No, just ignore Twitter for a little bit because that's people. People come out of the woodwork. Brandon says, "I agree that all the other fights are good, but it is MSG, a pay-per-view, and they charge Nick Diaz money for the tickets." Nate Diaz. But yeah, if they refund and lower the ticket prices, it would not be bad. Um, right,
They're
right.
they're not gonna
They're not gonna
lower
do
the
that.
no. The
No.
look, the good thing is that you can get your money back because
Right,
it always comes down to that. Like if the UFC actually has always been pretty good about that stuff. With the
right,
whole John Jones fiasco thing, they
right,
offered everybody refunds. They offered everybody that already had a ticket the opportunity to, upgrade or like trade their ticket out
trade it. Yeah,
first, to get a seat in LA and stuff like that. So they're very, very good about like, making you happy because in the end, if you're not happy, you're not going to buy another ticket. You're not
Oh,
going to buy
ever,
another
yeah.
pay-per-view.
Right.
So it's in their best interest to give you whatever you need to be happy. So, either way, like you're saying, there's still a bunch of good fights on this card. So being an MMA fan, you should just still go to this event, have fun, have a blast, have some drinks.
But if you don't, I totally get it. For real.
Yeah,
I totally get
of
it.
course.
And honestly, at that point, you save the money to go and stay in New York City. Like, yeah, just watch it from home. But if this fight stays on, I totally support you going to the fight. If he stays on there, that's who you're going for. MMA fans are so dumb when it comes to steroids. Always jumping to conclusions. You have to give the fighters the benefit of the doubt if the science is there, right?
But let's talk about that though. Like, I don't think it's that we're dumb; it's that we're ill-informed. Because I think it falls a lot on the media itself to inform everybody, because that's where everybody gets their information, right? And you and I both know that when we started doing our stuff, one of the first people that we actually wrote about was Anderson Silva when he popped for his steroid.
Right.
And doing the research on that and seeing how many people just didn't do their research on any of that stuff was pretty intense, because people just want to be first instead of being right, which is the problem right now.
Oh yeah.
Everybody wants to be first. Nobody wants to be right. Nobody cares if they're right. So, what I recommend to everybody is just look into what's going on in the situation. What is the most, what's that thing called, where like the most basic answer is usually the right answer. This is probably something very, very stupid that should have been handled in a very different way, and they approached the wrong person with the wrong strategy. It's just, I don't see this being something like, he's on steroids or he's got elevated testosterone because he's taking testosterone. None of this stuff. I think this is going to be something really, really stupid and simple in the end.
Yeah, no, so looking at his Instagram, trying to see if there's any update or anything, but an hour before he broke that news on himself on Instagram, in his Instagram story, he put up a picture and the caption said, "They didn't want to see me winning." So he already knew at that point what the fuck they were doing. So it wasn't that it wasn't thought out. The idea of saying, fuck you guys. That was very thought out apparently.
No, I'm saying the way that they approached him.
Yeah. I know.
Like they definitely shouldn't have just been like, hey, like let's not talk about this until after the fight.
Yeah, that's the wrong guy to do that.
MMA gods, you're very right, and I think it's up to MMA fans to be more informed. He said that most people don't read. Yeah,
right. They read the headline, not the article, ever.
Right, and I think that's the other problem. As hardcore fans, like it falls on the hardcore fans to be the ones to be informed. That way, we're not like a bunch of the mass idiots that are just like regurgitating what one moron says.
Yeah, ELC makes a good point because I've already seen this shit online too. It says you wouldn't believe all the Twitter morons saying I knew it. He's always been on EPO. Nobody can have that good of a cardio. Okay, look here, person that fucking said this shit. Your ass probably can have that good of cardio. All right, the fucking meme of the big fat dude from South Park fucking typing shit. That's you, dog. That's fucking you saying that bullshit. So eat a fucking fat dick and why don't you go out and get on a treadmill? Maybe you can work on some cardio yourself. You fuck. That bothers me. People talk shit like that is just stupid. Like people that say that clearly barely work out ever, or if ever.
They would be surprised. I'm gonna hate myself for using it, but you'd be surprised at how much cardio you actually have. Doing this challenge this month. I mean, you can attest to running and stuff. You'd be surprised at how easily your cardio can be very, very like dynamic, and it's so good. So the fact that these guys have been able to do this for so many years, like, I mean, you look at how boxers, their conditioning that they're in. Why? Because they're carrying around these gloves that are heavy on their hands, and they have to keep this heavy pace of just punching, absorbing punches and stuff. Like your cardio can always be amazing. Yeah. This whole thing that it can't be. Yeah, you're some Cheeto finger eating fat turd that's never been on a treadmill before. Like, go outside.
Right. Exactly. So totally agree, Jesse. UFC will never understand it's a real guy, no bullshit. Here's the MMA guy says these are professional athletes. It's so dumb. Nate and Nick are both triathletes. Nick Diaz cannot train for a while. He'll put on a tri-suit and go do a triathlon. Yeah.
Hell, I think,
and that guy's not even fighting.
I think you and I could do a triathlon at this point. Like,
I'm doing the one in May. I already know. I already signed up for that shit.
Yeah, you psychopath.
Whatever, man. I like doing hard shit. I just like doing hard shit for no reason. Like it's a fucking triathlon, swim, bike, and then like a 6
I,
mile run at the end. And I'm like,
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to hear when you sign up for one of those like Moab 250s or like.
I'm not doing that, but you will see me one day in a half Ironman at least, okay? Because they do those in Phoenix all the time. Yeah. So Peligroso says media is not informed properly because even USADA is behind the cutting edge of new non-steroidal pharmaceuticals. Even if the subs are not legit steroids but are foreign to USADA, it's classified as fail.
Okay, let's address this because I don't know if you know about what he's talking about.
Right.
When it's something that they don't know, because most people that are trying to skirt the system, they usually change the chemical, uh, just the structure chemically of the substances. Okay,
Yeah.
so if if you listen to Joe Rogan, you've heard it all the time. How they skirt most of the stuff is that they change something just like by one stupid little thing, and it's a totally different product now.
Mm-hmm.
And you of course USADA can never keep up with everything as much as they should be, and it'd be impossible for USADA to have every single substance out there, in their data banks and being able to know what everything is. That is why they have 2 samples. They keep each sample for several years, so once they figure out these new drugs and new tests to test for them, they can go back and pop everybody, which is how they got Lance Armstrong.
Right.
They had everything, in the data bank. And eventually, when they were able to figure out what he was doing and how he was doing it, they went back and tested. And guess what? They found out what he was doing. So, yeah, you're right. But it's always going to be that way. The cheaters are always going to be one step ahead. And the people trying to catch them are always going to be one step behind. But they're going to be there. And it's always going to be this little battle of who catches who first.
Right.
If you guys want to know a little bit more about like how all these stuff like happens and stuff, there's 2 documentaries. The one, Icarus, is a really good one. I think you and I have talked about it on the show quite a few times. And this other one that's on Netflix right now, it's called Screwball. I would suggest for you to check it out as well.
That one's actually kind of funny.
It is funny, but it's pretty indicative of how this whole thing really goes down, because it's a lot of handshaking, a lot of money, and a lot of just back deals that it's all just shady stuff.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I don't know, man. It's all fucked up. Where are we at? We need Nowitzki on GRE again. We need the Golden State should do his job.
Well, he doesn't do anything with USADA. He's a liaison.
He's a liaison, I know. But
between the fighters and USADA.
Seeing something like this, do you think this is kind of like, if they're wrong, first of all, if they're wrong, but do you think this is sort of like a last straw for USADA between them and the UFC? Or do you think Dana White's going to hold strong and be like, no, we're going to keep him?
Yeah, knowing how Dana White is, I don't think that he'll ever backtrack something like that.
Ever.
Just because, the way he is, he'll probably have to have someone like Endeavor kill it, and then him be like, well, I tried, I'm trying to keep the sport clean, and, it was out of my hands kind of thing. But I think the wisest thing that they should probably do is what is it? Major League Baseball, what the NFL does is they just make up their own system and just go with it, man. Like, I mean, like you can't catch everybody. You're not catching the right people. You're only catching people that are just too stupid, that would probably get caught with the regular, sanction, regular tests that the commission does, which is mostly what IQ tests. So if you fail those, you're just retarded. So, that's just how it's going to be, man.
Yeah, it's funny, dude. I'm seeing so much like hate on Nate, for real. Like, there's a lot of hate. Like, people were like they love it. It's like as much hate as Conor gets when he fucks up. It's like Nate's getting the same thing, and it just comes with it comes with the fame, right? With the popularity and everything. That's what people are. But
it shouldn't surprise us.
It shouldn't, and it doesn't. It's just annoying. Like, it's irritating. Yeah. By the way, it's irritating on either way. Like, if like I said before, I think before you even came on, I said, if you told me Conor McGregor popped for a PED, I'd be surprised. If you pop for coke or some shit like that, I'd be like, yeah, fucking course. But even if Conor McGregor popped for a PED, I'd be like, what the fuck, really? And then I would just watch the slew of hate towards Conor. I would literally watch from the side, like, god damn. Like, Really, motherfuckers? You ain't gonna give that man a chance? Like, you know what I mean? UFC, hold up. UFC's paying USADA to keep the sport clean, but the double-edged swords are killing his major money pay-per-views. They've done it already.
Well, I mean, like, can you tell me? I think the biggest one was what was it? DC and Jones fight, right? Like that was the biggest one I got killed.
Shit, we got behind the fucking scenes video of DC getting that news. Remember that?
That was terrible.
DC sitting in the back and he literally just fucking kicks the ground. Like, come on, man. Like he was, I'll sign a waiver. I'll sign anything. I don't care. Like he just wanted to fight that man that badly.
And you know, I think eventually what we're gonna figure out is that USADA is good in like when you're selling the company, but it's probably not good in like the long run of like moving the sport forward and having this, you know, always happen.
Right.
You know, like, dude, honestly, like we've talked about it before. They should just do the WWE way where they say they have like a protocol.
We have a drug protocol.
And then like every once in a while they get some random dude to fall on his sword and be like, oh, I tested positive. Man, you guys caught me.
I'll give you an example. It just happened today. So NBA and NFL, we're talking super athletes. And the NFL, they pay 16 plus weeks. Like you tell me none of those guys are on some shit, first of all. Huge superhumans playing football like that. In the NBA, you're playing 82 plus games. The Warriors went to the finals like what, 5-6 years in a row. It's 100 plus games every single year. You're telling me none of those guys are on some shit? But you got to keep the image of being clean. So today, unfortunately, is part of a guy from my team got popped for diuretic. First of all, the fact that you get popped for a diuretic is fucking stupid. But DeAndre Ayton got suspended 25 games tonight for the Phoenix Suns for a diuretic. You never hear people getting popped in any sport. So when you do, you're like, oh shit, all right, I guess they're keeping this shit clean, and most of them are clean. It's to me, that's just like what you're saying, like fall on your sword. You know what I mean? Yep. LeBron needs his shit. You know, fucking, you know, Westbrook needs his shit. Who else is like a freak athlete that shouldn't be a freak athlete or probably shouldn't be a freak athlete right now?
Just go back and look at that Screwball documentary.
Yeah.
You know, everything that happened there is amazing. But then like when you go back and think about everything that was happening in baseball at that time, you go, yeah, that makes sense.
It makes total sense. I mean, you can't get the fuck out of here. Sosa and McGuire going off for like 76, whatever home runs each is like the fuck. First of all, I enjoyed the fuck out of that.
Yeah, and it was exciting. You know, everybody was excited about it. And it turned Sosa into a white man now. So it's crazy.
Yeah, that was weird, dude. I was like, and he's like, oh, I have a skin condition. I'm like, word. Anyway, but yeah, I laughed.
It's called skin bleaching. It's very popular in Asia.
Oh yeah, it's very popular in Asia, and producers don't want to be white, I guess. But the one sport that needs steroids is fucking baseball. Let's be fucking real. Like I know people are watching the World Series and they're like, oh, pitching battle. Nah, I'm cool. Like, oh, he's gonna strike him out. Whoa, he got the strike. I'm like, hey, hit the ball. What the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? It's fucking
Daniel Rodriguez. Yeah, that's true.
What see?
Randy Couture had a heart attack.
Yeah. So Randy Couture had a heart attack, and I think I don't know if he was training. Was he training or something? And then he had to walk to the hospital.
Yeah, he walked himself to the hospital. What a
fucking bad motherfucker, first of all. But apparently he's like recovering. He's gonna be all right. So
I think most people don't understand that heart attacks aren't like, you know, in the movies like, oh, my heart, and then you fall over and like die.
Yeah, it's one of those things you're like, ooh, that hurts. Ooh, that fucking hurts. Oh shit, I gotta go. Yeah. Just in case, especially because he's, you know, in his 50s, mid 50s.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it's amazing that guy, you know, a super athlete basically all his life, you know, and you know, have a heart attack. But yeah, I'm sure he'll pull through. He's good. But
also, NBA players never get busted too. They actually tell NBA players when they test what we taken beforehand. Of course, you can't have those guys getting popped.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. These sports, you can't kill each other. That's the thing. That you like. It's again. The tainted supplement thing is a little different than getting caught with like fucking ridiculous amount of whatever the fuck. TJ Dillashaw got caught with all the shit. That wasn't you don't get 4 years or what did he got? 2 years, 3 years?
2 years. But
2 years for a tainted supplement that doesn't happen unless it's like repeated over and over again, I think.
Yeah, and remember, his was because it was obvious that there was something. You know, he was so upset that he got stopped so early and all this stuff because he had scientifically broken everything down. Yeah, because you had a bunch of stuff in your system that was supposed to help you win that fight. Like, come on, dude.
Damn it, you still lost. It's like who fought DJ and busted for EPO and still gassed out in the fight with DJ, the Russian dude.
Oh, the Russian dude, yeah.
Bagatina.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took
God.
EPO and still gassed, bro. We don't give DJ
Again,
enough fucking credit.
like DJ is another example, right? A guy that's clean, is just a super athlete and just outworks these dudes.
Right. If
How
he
many of
ever
those
popped, I'd be
dudes?
surprised.
How
Fuck.
many of those dudes were on stuff and still couldn't keep up with that dude? Like he puts in the hard work.
Crazy.
He puts in
Fucking,
the hard work.
fucking who else? Michael Bisping to me probably one of the cleanest dudes out there as far as like that goes. He fought all the roid heads and he lost
Yeah,
an eye to
see,
one of them.
yeah, Uncle Hank, another badass right there.
Dude, this motherfucker, you are a bad motherfucker, dude. I drove myself to the ER after having a heart attack. Dude, I'd be such a little bitch if I had one. I fought to the ground going, help. Like, I'd be on my phone going,
Oh
SOS,
my, oh my
SOS
god.
on my phone.
Eddie would be like, what is it? The guy from the Jeffersons? It's the big one.
It's over, man. I knew the day was coming. Fuck. MMA. Oh, hold on. MMA guys. When I broke my neck, I got a ride 3 hours later after trying to drink off the pan. You're what the fuck? All right, hey. When I call the ambulance, yeah, I wonder when you know because there's no fucking reason.
Hey, they're expensive.
In the next town for Uncle Hank. Uncle Hank comes to the next fucking town.
Ambulances are
live,
expensive,
man,
dude.
fuck that, huh?
Ambulances
dude,
are expensive.
the bill when you call an ambulance,
yourself.
Uber yourself to the hospital. Where you gotta go? Hospital. Fucking make it fast. This is the big one. Anyway, all right. Well, I've been out for over an hour, and I meant to do this for like 30 minutes, but anyway, all right. So this is where we're at. The fight hasn't been canceled yet, not officially. No official entity as far as UFC and USADA have made any kind of announcement. This is on Nate on his own. What? Sanford
Sorry.
and son.
Sorry, Newsman. I'm sorry.
You showed up late, dude. What the Brando? You showed up late as fuck. Anyway, it's all good, dude. I did this like last second. I have 4 ounces of pot on me. That's quite a bit for weed, right? Back in the day. I'm assuming it's back in the day. Didn't stay around
like
for
last
that.
week.
No, last week. There you go. This is more expensive. True.
It is.
Medicare doesn't cover ambulance rides.
Yep.
Get on your bike. Get on your bike, bro. Anyway, but
while he's having a heart attack, Jesus.
Right. All right. So again, nothing official has been said by USADA or the UFC. No one's been pulled. 2006. Jesus Christ, dude. The MMA guy saying they're having an OC. There was nothing legal back then. So yeah. Oh shit. This is all Nate coming out saying they told me to keep it quiet. Fuck all that. My reputation means more to me than money. So, and we read you everything from Ellie Sekback and Helwani, for as much credit as I can give that fucker. Helwani and all these other guys. So right now we're still hopeful the fight's gonna happen. I'm hoping that Dana White's on the phone with USADA, with Nowitzki and Nate clearing this shit up, and we can see that fight. I am not down to see Edwards Masvidal. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. That would be a great fight night fight or a middle of the main card fight. But as a main event on a New York card, I'm not paying for that one.
Do you think Dana White jumps in his private jet, picks up Nate and flies him down to New York and tries to smooth this over on the plane ride over?
I think he calls Jeff Nowitzki and says, "Call Nate." He don't know that you don't work for USADA. You know, he don't know that you helped him make the Nate rule, the Nate Diaz rule, the CBD thing. So call him up, smooth the shit over. We need this fight, and we'll figure it out afterwards. But well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping they figure it out. I really do. So 10 days out, folks. Let's hope for the best. But we all thought this was going to be a drama-free ride to the fucking to UFC 244. We should have known better. We're MMA. We should have fucking known better. Honestly, what the hell? So
we should have sacrificed Greg Hardy to the MMA gods. Probably would have made a difference.
Right.
All you idiots being happy that he won a fight.
Oh God, he didn't win a fight. He fucking got overturned because he's stupid, or his corner's stupid, or the commissioner's stupid. There you go, commissioning stupid.
Nah, he's pretty stupid as well.
I'll give you that. All right.
You saw that video, right?
Oh,
I actually saw the video. He's a moron. USADA proof. I was like, you idiot.
Yeah. Well. All right. Shout out to everyone that tuned in tonight. ELC hanging out tonight. I know you're super worried, and you know, let's hope for the best here. MMA guys, Frederick was here for a while. Peligroso was here the whole time. Unbroken MMA as well. Daniel Rodriguez, my homeboy. Brandon asked, dude, go get your. If this fight falls out, I'm totally with you on getting your refund. I would do that too. Teddy in Japan was here for a bit. Obviously, MMA guys.
Even if get your refund, go watch it in a bar, get some drinks.
That's what I would do. It won't cost you $600. That might cost you $150 on a good night. Raider was here for a while. What do we got? Uncle Hank obviously giving us his his heart attack story. Goddamn, he's just a bad dude. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I'm broken. Oh, Farson was here for a minute. Appreciate it, dude. Farson covers the Chiefs on the podcast. If you guys are football fans, go hit that up. Dude's
I am, but I don't like the Chiefs.
I feel you. Okay. And then Tony Hectic's here now. Let Nunes step in. Right, Daniel says again. That shit got me so upset I can't sleep, and I'm about to call out of work tomorrow. I'm with you. And then my boy Brando. It's all good, dude. All good. So all right. So real quick note. Monday night's MMA Hangouts is on iTunes. It's on iTunes now and Stitcher and all those other motherfuckers, SoundCloud, everything. As is the Last Keyboard Warriors, the one from yesterday, 167, and then this will be on there tomorrow as well. And then oh Jesus Christ, don't do that. She goes, thanks for this guy, still pissed but not suicidal. There you go.
You'll be fine.
I hear you. We'll be all right. We'll all be okay. We'll be okay. But if you guys have Sportscaster app, I've been fucking around and playing these live on there, just a replay. If you're on there, it's just look up Keyboard Warriors and then you'll find it. And yeah, it's gonna do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. You can follow Jesse at Sport1983. I'm at Elo32. Kirby is a Kirby _ MMA. That dude's in the East Coast and he's got kids. So what are you gonna do? He ain't gonna make it tonight. RepTheWarriors.com, SpicePros.com. You guys do this shit. Appreciate it. Again, if let's say some crazy bombshell shit happens tomorrow, we'll do a Friday. Okay, I don't know. I want to be super late because I got shit going on tomorrow night. But we'll do another MMA hangout thing. Watch this become like an everyday thing. That'd be fucking hilarious. That's a lot of work,
dude. If news like this breaks all the time,
we better start getting paid.
By the way, real quick, was it not just a split down the middle between what Fred and I were saying? UFC did not let him announce his next fight, but he did announce that he was coming back.
Right, and it meant nothing.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
they're not going to let him do something that important. But hey, he still got what he wanted, right? He got the attention, and he got people to be like, "Oh, well, what's happening in Vegas on January?"
Yeah. But I bet you he was like, "Oh, I got all my shit out there and everything." Oh, what the fuck, Nate? Like,
dude,
you took my clout, bro. No,
dude. Do you know? Can you imagine how pissed he must have been when the news dropped and he was like, I made a press conference for this, and this fool's still upstage.
Flew to Russia. He's gonna do another one tomorrow. Watch it real quick. Yeah, Sergio Pettis signed with Bellator. Good luck, Sergio. Hope for the best.
What?
Yeah, who cares, man?
He's gonna be champ over there.
Oh, he'll definitely be champ. He gonna do it. He won't go do in the UFC. Let's be real. All right, that's gonna do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We love you guys. Again, KeyboardWarriorsMMA.com. Catch you guys for sure next Wednesday, maybe sooner, depending on what the fuck happens. Let's just hope for the best, all right, folks? All right, catch you guys later. Oh, UFC Singapore. Everyone made weight, and the card is Saturday morning, early as shit. So it's a copy card for everybody. All right, folks. Catch you guys later. Good night. Good night, Wilshire.